Alors demain, le traitement du cancer changera de visage, vous le savez. Demain, la médecine de précision sera importante pour permettre de traiter chaque tumeur au plus près des caractéristiques, pour mieux la vaincre. Cela se fera, cette médecine de précision, ces nouveaux horizons du cancer, mais avec quel accès pour les patients à travers l'Union? Et ça, l'ECPC porte depuis des années la voix des patients à l'échelle communautaire et a lancé une grande campagne autour de ce sujet, on va en parler. L'ECPC, en quelques mots, c'est une structure qui est bien connue aujourd'hui en Europe. Elle fédère l'essentiel des ligues qui travaillent aujourd'hui à rassembler les patients dans l'Europe. C'est plus de 400 associations qui sont regroupées à travers cette structure, qui à la fois porte la voix des patients sur un certain nombre de sujets clés et puis qui aussi aide à la montée en compétences d'associations au niveau national, au niveau local. Donc c'est une grande structure qui est très présente au niveau communautaire et depuis 2018, elle conduit donc une campagne de sensibilisation unique pour essayer d'alerter, essayer de développer l'accès à cette médecine de précision dans les pays de l'Union pour qu'elle ne se fasse pas au détriment de certains pays ou de certains patients. Pour évoquer ce combat, pour évoquer ces campagnes, merci d'accueillir très fort Aina ERRANDO. Elle est responsable de la communication et des partenariats au sein de cette structure. Hello to you, Aina. Nice to have you with us for this second masterclass. We're going to be speaking in English for that masterclass. As I said, since I guess it was 2018 that you dedicated this campaign, which is happening each and every year, to the access to personalized medicine. Why and how personalized medicine is a major issue for patient recognition today?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for welcoming me here today. It is my pleasure to be in front of all of you, not only because I feel honored among distinguished speakers and guests, but also because it is a timely opportunity to put forward one more time patients' priorities and show our work, ECPC's work, guaranteeing patient rights and putting forward their needs. Regarding your question, the primary mission of ECPC. It went automatically all the way.
It's not the good slide, actually. We can go back to the
first one. Yeah,
yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So the primary mission of ECPC is to make sure that cancer patients have timely and affordable access to the best treatment and care available, no matter where they live in the European Union. This is done through policy change, education of patients, increasing their involvement in research, and of course disseminating information about cancer and cancer research results to the general public, but also policymakers. And this active engagement of patients is vital to improving the quality of healthcare in Europe and to understanding patient preferences about their treatment and care. So here we can see that ECPC wants to empower cancer patients, and the best way to empower patients is through educating and informing them so to raise their awareness and to ensure that every cancer patient knows what her and his options are. So as we can see here in the slide, from a policy perspective, we need governments to ensure the means to identify people who may benefit from more effective targeted cancer treatment and intervene as soon as possible, of course, with the best targeted treatment and avoid treatment-related toxicity where possible. Of course, whilst helping to ensure the sustainability of the healthcare systems. Then, as previously mentioned, reduce the lead time to treatment, reduce and if not avoid treatment-related toxicity where possible. And one such way to address this is with cancer molecular testing and personalized medicine. And then the last point, raising awareness of and increasing access to molecular and biomarker testing in cancer care across Europe. And ECPC and all our member organizations believe that people living with cancer should be informed about all available treatment options and be empowered to make the best decisions for their health, and together, of course, with the multidisciplinary healthcare teams. And this, in the end, will help to promote better diagnosis, a more targeted follow-up, and a personalized treatment.
This is the main challenge faced on this personalized medicine issue, and it's very important that patients have their voice on that scheme. What are the main, I would say, revendications you have, your associations, to really be in the game of this personalized medicine?
So all these initiatives, this story was initiated with a survey in 2016, and it revealed low awareness about cancer molecular testing and biomarkers. So ECPC undertook this strong role in patient education with the launch of this infographic and with an infographic and a video animation on biomarkers, and this was precisely the starting point of the personalized medicine awareness campaign. And this survey was done by 150 patients, and it showed that, as we can see in the slide, 70% of respondents were aware of the existence of biomarkers, but 60% of them were not proposed a biomarker testing by their oncologist. So in the next slide, we can also see that 70% of the respondents to the ECPC survey said that the importance was not adequately explained. So with these results, ECPC thought about starting this annual campaign, providing patient-friendly materials in more than 10 languages of the European Union, and developing each year updated and new tools for patients. And if you would like to have some data on this, research has shown that when it comes to inequalities, which is one of our main focuses, healthcare costs of cancer vary substantially between different EU countries. And across the EU, healthcare costs were equivalent to 102 euros per citizen, but varied substantially from 16 euros, for example, per person in Bulgaria, to 184 per person in Luxembourg. So despite the current challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, there have been some things of light in recent years, and health has been established as an EU priority. And cancer has become a clear focus with Europe's Beating Cancer Plan and the EU Cancer Mission.
One could say this is an important problem, actually, but let's go with scientific debates, let's go with political debates, let's go with academic debates and negotiation on this issue. How important of patients can really be a game changer in that access to personalized medicine?
So first of all, let me give you some more additional data about these inequalities that we were mentioning before. For example, we at ECPC say that for every Elsa in Sweden who has 86 chance of survival following treatment for breast cancer, there is an Ilsa or an Else just across the Baltic Sea in Latvia or Lithuania, whose survival chances drop to 67 and 66 respectively. So we need, inequalities should be addressed, and this can be done by increasing access to up-to-date information, decreasing the variability in cancer screening rates, and of course providing equal access to cancer treatments. And one of the reivindications, this is part of our 2018 campaign, as we mentioned before, with the video on biomarkers, and then we have the infographic that we prepared, ECPC prepared back in 2018. from effective cancer treatment and avoid treatment-related toxicity. And to this end, patient empowerment, the word patient empowerment is essential. As you have mentioned before, scientific and academic debates on personalized medicine, biomarker testing, access to treatment, reducing existing inequalities are essential, but the patient voice needs to be there. And it needs to be there, and that's why at ECPC we advocate so that patients have a say, so that they are co-creators of their own health. And this way they can take informed decisions about the treatment of their cancer pathway. So in this regard, it is also important to talk about the patient's consent. It is important that it is asked for research studies, for example, and increasingly patients are also being empowered to have a central role in research. And these opportunities can increase and contribute to the knowledge and the evolving research effort, of course. And if we go to the next slide.
Yeah, can you explain us a little bit about
Yes.
the campaign itself? As it's not just a campaign with a claim, global claim, and that's all. You really try to empower, arm the patient for him and her to be more active on the access to personalized medicine.
Exactly. So in our case, we planned the Personalized Medicine Awareness Month campaign every year, focusing on educating and empowering patients and caregivers around the potential and availability of molecular testing. And our focus, our main aim is to show that cancer patients and survivors suffer from a wide range of issues as a consequence of their cancer and also their cancer treatment. These usually has negative consequences in their quality of life. And therefore, besides the need of health systems addressing these issues, cancer patients should receive information to help them and to help them overcome or face the challenges they will face during their cancer pathway. And these challenges can be related to survivorship, to access to care, support services, but also we should never forget not only the physical side, but also the psychological side of the cancer pathway, of being a cancer patient. So providing them with this information in layman language is crucial, and it should be an intrinsic part of the process. And in fact, cancer patients should be involved in every process, in every stage of the process, and really because each decision taken will have an impact on their life, and not only for days, maybe for months or for years. So that is one of our main aims, and that's why we like to use the word empowerment. Empowerment and engagement, both words. And also the campaign, we produce it every year in different languages, 12 different languages, including English, Czech, Dutch, French, German, Greek, etc. And of course, we try to help our members that are cancer patient organizations and partners to participate so that they can engage as well in this campaign. And let's see.
Yeah, can we see
Yes.
the tools of the campaign, actually?
So we promoted the campaign every year, and we provide our cancer patient organizations with social media materials, some of them here that are shown in this slide. And for example, when we started in 2018, back to the pre-COVID era, it was presented in some events, such as the CDDF Multi-Stakeholder Workshop or the ESMO Congress in 2018. And more than 30 partners supported the campaign, and we even reached more than 180,000 people, also online, in partnerships as well with some organizations such as EAPM, the CDDF, and IQM Path. And then in 2019, the next year, we saw that it had been a success, and we kept going with the initiative. following up with this success, and again, raising awareness and so that patients understand the important role and all this information that sometimes for them might be a bit difficult to understand with scientific language.
In that year, actually, the Cracking the Cancer Code campaign, which is the campaign ongoing in 2021, you promote even new tools, actually.
Yes, so every year we have updated the toolkit accordingly. Always we prepare this material in different languages because, of course, national member organizations can use them because not every person has the ability to speak a lot of languages, so it's always better for them also to understand this personalized medicine that might sometimes be look like a bit complicated. So it's always to present these materials in a layman language and of course in their mother tongue so that they can really understand what it is about. And also we use different social media accounts, so like LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook to spread the message, also so that they can share and comment and create a bit of interaction. And in the 2020 campaign, we updated some materials, and some of the materials we already disseminated in 2019, and we included as well patient stories, visuals, or newsletters, for example. And throughout the month of November, in November 2020, we promoted again the importance of this access to cancer molecular testing, and we created a social media toolkit together with the booklet, and these were made available in our website. And this was to help our cancer member organizations to spread the message among cancer patients. And we created some posts, a social media toolkit that it also included a social media calendar, so that they could post these messages also with some banners, attractive banners with patient-friendly language again. And again, this was translated into 12 languages so that we can spread the message more easily.
The kit is really interesting because it's a brand new communication way. There's a glossary of technical terms. Was done by scientists of your board, actually, translated in a real language patients. There are the frequently asked questions that a patient should ask to get access to this kind of medicine. So there are all this stuff ongoing. There's images, concrete images for people who don't read and as much as possible, and the tool for having all this on a social media way also. So it gives it's a real complete kit, actually. And in the translation in the language, you already try to not just translate, but translate in the patient's language of the country.
Exactly. And this action in this campaign that we are talking about as well, we included patient testimonials and personal stories from cancer patients that have gone through this. And we also included a call to action, a policymaker outreach letter, and a policymaker pledge template, and these were provided and again translated so that it can be spread to other national members, and they were also available in our website.
It's a bit too early to know exactly the impact of this campaign in the different countries, yet what can you expect of improvement on this campaign, on this subject, from your campaign, but also from the French and then Czech and then Swedish presidency coming?
So let me mention this booklet as well that you were mentioning before, that it included this glossary of words. So this toolkit, this booklet, was created by Professor Mark Lawler, which is a member of the ECPC Scientific Committee. And the aim of this booklet was to address the opportunities and the challenges. And as you said, it included a glossary of words that in 2021, it was again translated to different languages. In 2020, we only published the English version. And then this year, in November, so some months ago, we translated it into different languages because information is key to empowering cancer patients, and so that patients can make informed decisions about their personal health. And then in 2021, We developed, again, a toolkit and we updated it. And we went one step further and we prepared an infographic, again with patient-friendly language, in which we explain some of the main challenges or opportunities that this personalized medicine and cancer biomarker testing implies. And this campaign was announced the first week of November in a special newsletter that was sent to our members and stakeholders. So more than 2,000 times it was opened and sent. So I think it was a great success. And it included all the links to the toolkits, to the glossary you have mentioned, the booklets, and of course our web hub where we include all the information. So
it's really available as a toolkit. Yet, as I said, what are your expectations about change that might come for the months to come with the next presidencies?
So, with campaigns like the one on personalized medicine and tracking the cancer code, we give patients all the information required so that they can make informed decisions, as I have said before. And for the upcoming months, what we want or what we would like from the French presidency is to keep on working on strengthening the EU healthcare cooperation. As we say in ECPC, together we are stronger. So in the end, it's all about collaboration and working all together. Also, the EU's role on global health, digitalization in healthcare, and of course, once again, health inequalities, so that, as previously mentioned, all patients have timely and affordable access to the best treatment and care available. And here also we should highlight health literacy again from a patient centricity point of view.
One last point before the questions from the audience. There's the patients, for the empowerment, they have your structure, they have the leagues in the country, they are promoting the patient voice, but they have a new tool, if I can say, a new lever for them, which are their data, their own data, and and the access to these data. How could that be in the year to come an important aspect of the empowerment of patients, and how can be used to strengthen the voice of the patient in such political campaigning?
So that's actually a very timely question, especially nowadays. If I remember correctly, Professor Mark Lawler, in his booklet, the booklet I have mentioned before, he explains this about data, and he says that the data generated from research studies, of course, that patients may have decided to participate in, will provide crucial evidence to help underpin the better outcomes for cancer patients. And indeed, patients' data can make a great contribution to this evidence, but the collection and the effective use of data must be performed in a responsible fashion. Patients must have consented to the use of this data, and of course, for research, and patients' privacy needs to be protected. For this end, we have the General Data Protection Regulation, the GDPR, and also the question of anonymization is an important one. While it guarantees anonymity, this might be balanced against the patient's potential wish to have the information about the characteristics of the tumor, for example, which might be relevant for future diagnostic tests.
Some questions now to these initiatives. If I have some questions in the room, et si vous avez du coup des questions, n'hésitez pas, comme sur le précédent, à lever la main. Mais j'ai quelques questions en ligne. Is there a standard onco panel for cancer patients in Europe where we can establish treatment option equality? That's the question. I'm just reading it. Like an onco panel of patients at the European level, where it can promote the inequalities questions? This is not directly to the campaign, but more to the patient voice.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, maybe some expert in the room can answer this question, but I'm not aware of it.
And do you, to pursue on these questions, as the plan and the mission try to work a lot with stakeholders, including patients, Are you satisfied in the way you are nowadays integrated in the construction of the plan, in the launching of the mission, and the fact that as been integrated, you can also value and advocate these issues?
Well, we always ask for more. We are very ambitious, of course, but when the plan was launched, we were very happy to see that the cancer comorbidities, cancer-related comorbidities were included in the plan, which is one of our main focuses. So, yeah, again, we always ask for more. We always strive for more in benefit of the patients. Having this Europe's Beating Cancer plan focused on the patient, of course, and the benefit for them. But yeah, we will be working again with the authorities and closely watching what is going on.
This is more a suggestion than a question. For rare mutation, despite European authorization, agnostic therapies are not available in certain countries, such as France. Can European patient associations get involved to help make things happen?
Say it again, sorry?
It's for the rare mutations. Despite the European authorization, agnostic therapies are not available in some countries like France. Can the European patient associations get involved to make things change on that?
Well, the first thing we need always to make things change is willingness to change. So I guess, and I do believe that if we all work together in the benefit of cancer patients, we will achieve a lot of things together.
Are there some questions in the room for this initiative of cracking the cancer code and give new tools for empowerment of patients and cancer? Listener, yet.
Also, feel free to visit our booth. In the corridor, in the next room. We will be more than willing to talk to you and to discuss broadly.
Okay, and there's also a stand outside where you can meet Aina and see more in details all these toolkit things. Well, thanks a lot for all your presentation and these really tremendous initiatives to promote the patient empowerment. Thanks a lot. We can applaud Aina.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll leave you go back to the room.